Hello people of the internet and fellow herpers. So I got a squeamish topic today. Well, not for most of us herpers. Mostly speaking of, well, there's guys afraid of bugs too, so let's not single out the females here. But we're going to talk about bugs. I raise bugs to feed all my animals. We got a dumpy right there. We got right there. Got a crested gecko. And we got some azorius dart frogs. Looks like they went back into hiding. They done ate everything. Yep. So yeah, crested gecko, dumpy, and I got some poison dart frogs. You can even feed some of these bugs to fish, like these fruit flies that I just got today. They're sending me new ones because it's settled a little bit, but this whole entire side was like covered in media because they didn't put like the shipping labels that say like this side up or whatnot. So I got two, so you can really see on this one, the media was almost all the way to the top. I mean, look at this. So anyways, yep, fruit flies. These are wingless. Don't let, I got some from Petco. Don't let those labels fool you. The ones at Petco are not wingless. They fly. I still have some flying around here. I'm so glad I got these guys. I mean, I can just look at them and tell that they don't have wings. Alright, so in here we have some dwarf white isopods. This culture used to be like this next culture, but I fed this culture specifically to kill off all the Springtails because I just wanted an isopod culture. And in here we have a mix. So there's some Springtails. There's no isopods on that one. This is like my third attempt at this video, so they probably all like ran off. But anyways, let's just move some of this and you'll be able to see them. See, there's a bunch of Springtails. There's some isopods. Alright, so as far as feeding, for this culture, I have some springtail food right here. That's made from a mixture of a bunch of things, but it tends to attract grain mites. Like I have another culture that I mostly just use that springtail food on, and it's just covered in mites. But this right here is just containers from my crested gecko tank. He eats all of his food, well, not all of it. He eats what he does. And I just throw the containers in here and the bugs clean them up. And they really love it. We got some leaf litter. This is like ABG type soil or substrate. Alright, so we've covered fruit flies, isopods, springtails. Then we have these guys that I just got today. I got this nice container for $4 at Walmart. It's made of 99% post-consumer content. Alrighty, so we have a bunch of banded crickets. These aren't the typical ones you see at pet stores and whatnot. But I got a food. The food is cat food, spirulina or springula algae, oats, the hot cereal stuff. Just all like ground up really nice. And I made this watering dish, I guess you want to call it. Let me get this girl off of here. Run away. Alright, so it has a sponge in there, and a little this is a Japanese drink that I get from the Asian store. But I just drilled holes in the top of the lid, hot glued that to this. These are canning jar lids or mason jars, or you can use like a mayonnaise lid. That's what I used to use on all my other ones. I used to use cotton, but now I'm going to start using this foam because I can just wash it out. Cotton gets really smelly and stuff. Alright, so in here is 1,000 of these guys. You kind of hear them chirping. I'm glad they're definitely not as loud as your typical. Oh, got an escapee. Alright, so the females, there's some down there that are laying their eggs. They got these there's one. Well, they got these spikes sticking out of the back of them that they stick down in the soil and deposit their eggs. So after about a week or so, I'll pull these guys out, and I don't know if I'm just going to like put a heating pad under here, or I'm going to use sterilite boxes so I can just keep the pinheads totally separate, because I'm going to start feeding the pinheads to the dart frogs. Anyways, so alright guys, everybody go. Alright, so let me show you how I did this. So there's a bunch of water crystals for like when the pinheads hatch, they'll have something to drink on. Anyways, this is fiberglass screen. I tucked one side in there and I put one side underneath so the crickets can climb in and out. Most of them just jump in and out, but they do use it as a ladder. Then I have another one over there. So yeah, here in about a week or so, I'll pull all these out, and I'll have a bunch of little pinheads. I used to breed crickets. I never did really have any purpose for the pinheads, but now I do. Definitely try to go through, and get all your dead crickets out. I'm going to probably get some domestic beetles for this. Here soon I'm going to be adding to this collection some dubia roaches for the crested gecko. Looks like we have a cricket in there that didn't get eaten last night. But that right there is your typical European cricket. It's kind of dusted, but these guys are banded crickets. That's a male. See if I can catch it. There's a female. See the thing sticking out of its rear? There in the center. That's what it uses to deposit its eggs. So yeah, those are my bugs. Also, I take these isopods and springtails and I'll put them in vivariums. The frogs won't necessarily eat them, but they're a cleaning crew. They'll go in there, like I have this tank seeded with springtails, and I don't have to clean it because the bugs do it for me. It's really nice. Alright, well, those are all the bugs that I have currently. Like I said, I'm going to get some dubia roaches. But people think bugs are gross. I just think that they're just another living creature, and they shouldn't lose respect just because they're creepy and crawly, even though I do feed them to my animals. But I do give them the best care that I can, and up until they are fed out. Alright, well, I'm going to get off here and go take care of some things. Later.